Previously on Aethernaut. Dr. Louis Cornell revealed that it didn't work out for the adoption, or indeed his marriage. That and things are being revealed to be increasingly darker than first revealed. Right, this appears to be a vertical one, and yes. Yeah. I can see you're going to need well, that's the first part of this. Now you need a way of getting over there. No, that's clearly not working as there's no cube in there. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Let's head back to that one later. Right, let's see what we have to work with. Yes, need a panel there to get up here. And yes, need to have a searchlight up where you just jumped off in order to get to that ether file. It looks like whatever you need is going to be in here. Right. Yes. I think you've got the right idea there. Although it would work better if you got rid of the shadow. Being emitted. Yes, much better. Yes, of course. Don't forget the panel. And now to complete the experiment. Yeah. Just need to head back there and claim what's on the other side, now that you can get through that door.
He seeks to destroy us. He has brought his world to an end, and now would sacrifice us for his survival. But his salvation can only come through you. Choose to help us. Every vial you take brings us closer to freeing our brethren.
Yes. You're on the right track, and it seems that whatever's talking to you is clearly one with an interest in you collecting the ether vials. Let's see, what is next? Well, one thing that is next is Yeah. Now, what about here? This is clearly where you need to put a cube in to light this part up. But how to get it over here? Oh yes, that could work. Yes, best make sure to let it... Well, it's on the other side of that, as... Don't want to trap yourself, as... I suspect there are some experiments where that's known to happen, and... Unlike before, there's no way of resetting everything when you're done. Or rather, you can't progress any farther than you are. Not yet. Yeah. You've got past this one, and let's see what they have to say this time.
When the time comes, you must set us free.
Is this working again? Am I back? Hold on, let me make sure.
Yes. Now some progress can be made, and I think you're going to be needing a light cube if you want to get that lamp up here. Yes. You have a way of getting back up here now, so... Yes, I know it's a bit of a long way round, but... unless you can see an alternative. That's the way to go. Ah, yes. And now you can bring it up here. Yes, you're going to need that doll if you want to... Oh wait, never mind.
They enslaved us.
My monitors are going crazy over here, and I think I know what's happening. You're hearing them, aren't you? The voices. I was hoping we wouldn't be going down this path again.
What does he mean by again? I don't like the sound of that. He knows more than he's saying. Yes. That's a good place to start. Whatever is needed is over there. And yes, it would also help if
Day 2, and I really wish I could detail everything I've seen, but most of what I've seen falls under non-disclosure territory for now. Suffice to say that Aether Cubes are far more than a simple energy source. They can actually change the properties of the light it generates. I've seen a projector shine negative light, which canceled out all the effects of the other Aether within the range of the light beam. Tomorrow, they intend to unveil the future of transportation, and I have to wonder what miraculous things they'll be showing off.
well, based on what little we know, it comes at a heavy price. A price that might end up being far higher than what we might think. Yes, you're going to need to use this to get it over there. Right. What about down there? Yes, that door. Ah, more to work with. Good. You're going to need to have the shadow focused around the middle, and the flashlight somewhere in between the top and the bottom one. I'm thinking that the lamp will need to be somewhere in the middle. For this to work. Yes, the lamp with shadow and the searchlight, yes. For the panels in between. Well, on either side of one or the other. Oh, you get the idea.
Remember who you are.
It was an open secret known around the construct. Aether was such an integral part of our lives and had saved us from the Dark Ages. We harvested it, nurtured it, and it powered every facet of our society. But for all of the good it brought, there was a terrible truth which we were forbidden to talk about, even amongst ourselves.
I'm sure that this terrible truth will be revealed at some point. Well, in the meantime, keep looking around. Ah, right. Yes. That's probably going to be necessary. See if we can find a light panel. Because you're going to need it if you want to get over there. You might want to check upwards. I think there's a light panel there. Right. That works as well. But I suspect you'll need that doll. Then again, you might not. Let's see what's needed up here. Actually, no, you just need a light ether cube and a door open.
You are more than you know.
It happened shortly after I joined, long after Aether had completely changed our lives. We always knew that the core of the alien craft drew Aether through a connection to a parallel universe, but for a long time we could not figure out how it worked. After decades of research, we finally realized it was actually harvesting living beings and converting them into a usable, malleable power source. And then, one fateful day, we discovered that those beings were trying to communicate with us.
Ah, so that's what they mean by they were being enslaved. I think I can guess the result of the communication attempts. Yeah. I'm thinking that's where you need to go, and panels are needed. You'll certainly need a panel to get anything heavy up there. And that door up there, that's the way out. Which will only open once you get the ether file in this experiment. Ah, good, we're inside, and... the panel. Yeah. If you want to get in here, you're going to need to lower the stairs. Yeah, you're going to be needing that to get up there. And also here. Yes, that one first. That way you can guess what's on the other side. Another doll. Good. Well, that's more to work with anyway. As for what to do, yeah. You'll definitely be needing this. Yes, how about you? Yes, you're going to need the dolls for that. Yes, the doll to get the lamp up there. I think you can figure out the rest. Well, you just need the shadow cube out of that doll. Right. Yes, I think you can see what's needed now.
This is Senior Lab Technician Auric Hollowstone reporting on the portal incident. At 11:06 today, there was a fluctuation in the Aether Cube powering our wormhole generator, causing an abrupt closing of the portal. Tragically, a reporter was crossing the portal as this incident occurred. Measures have been put in place to protect the secrecy of what transpired here, including marking all notes and recordings made by the reporter as classified. This is an unfortunate setback, but I have no doubt that soon the generated wormhole will be stable enough to showcase it again.
They'd better hope that reporter isn't alive, because if that reporter is...
They never cared for us.
The Co were harvested and enslaved by the original owners of the starship, the Tarragon. They pleaded with us to disconnect from their world and allow them to return home in peace. We couldn't deny the horrible truth of our situation. The foundation of our entire society was now reliant on the sacrifice and slavery of sentient beings.
Before, it was an error of knowledge. Now it's a breach of morality. They knew what was going on, yet they chose to continue anyway. Sickening, isn't it? Yes, this will require some setup. It will also require a shadow cube. Let's see what's over here. Perhaps you can guess one here. And it looks like you can, but... well, there's nothing much you could do in that room anyway. As you still need to get something that can allow a portal to be formed on that side of it. Ah, yes, I can see what needs to be done here. Going to need to do a bit of back and forth regarding the portals. No, I'm not thinking about here. Well, you've got a basic idea, so I'll stay quiet, and if there's anything else that you might need help with, I'll speak up then.
sacrificed us with no regard.
Our commanders were adamant. We were to immediately break contact with the Co and never reveal our discovery to anyone. We had lived without Aether for a long time, and we knew that our society would completely break down without it. A few of us were plagued by the truth, but over time, this terrible ongoing tragedy just became routine, and ultimately, it led to the predicament we now face.
Yes, that appears to be everything we can do here. Yes, it's best to take the optional paths, instead of going to where we need to go right away. Yes, there's more to do here. Let's see what we have here. Ah, a time cube. That's what we need here, don't we? And considering that there are parts where it's impossible to pass it through, you're going to need to be creative with this. Yes, that kind of creative.
In the end, we valued our happiness above everything else, including the freedom of the Co. It's easy to have regrets now that we face the consequences, but we never felt that we had a real choice. And really, well, can you find a polling booth? I really need to ask you something.
I highly doubt the question is going to be, do you approve of what's going on? With the answers being, yeah, and you.
I'm sure this question won't come as a surprise to you. You know what we've done. So, would you sacrifice a world and its people to save your own? Left to sacrifice them, right to save them at the cost of your own world. Every living being has a right to live, and it's not fair to sacrifice one life for another. But life is also a symbiosis, and death allows nature to flourish. The prey may not choose to fall for the hunter, but this sacrifice does allow the survival of many. So is it so wrong to nudge nature in the direction that's beneficial to us?
Yeah, that's how rationalization works. When you justify it once, it becomes easier to do it again, and again, and again. Yes, a good place to start as, well, that's the end goal. But right now, what's needed is a way of keeping that open, and yeah. You need to get the light cube into the bigger cube. Ah, the time cube. That's what's needed here. Yes, keep it open. And now we can open this door. Well, you can.
We pleaded, and they ignored us.
We kept our distances from the Co, disabling any means we had of communicating with them. The decision was always out of my hands, and in a way, it was comforting not to have to make that choice. Our food supplies relied on Aether, but also our means of traveling, our health system. We just couldn't live without it. It had brought us back from decades, if not centuries, of corruption, famine, and war, and we refused to return to that reality.
It just replaced one kind of corruption with another. He just refused to see it. Ah, yes. Going to need to use the time cube here. Yes, you'll need a light source. Yeah. I have an idea. Yes, that's what you need to do. And I can already see a problem. Although thankfully, you can jump up. Yes. And now you have what you need here. Yeah. The rest you now figured out.
We chose to fight back.
The Co had submitted to Masters for far too long, and now they were ready to turn our machines against us. One day, the core just shattered and Aether quickly spread across the construct. It triggered the emergency lockdown protocol, and we were forced to evacuate the facility. But we knew that Aether was already seeping through the walls and into the outside world.
So it was essentially a less one-sided War of the Worlds. That must have been terrifying. In fact, it probably is, considering what's happening outside. Yes. To get that panel, you'll need this panel. Yep, I think we're done with that one. It served its purpose. Ah, yes. Going to need to shuffle it around if we're to get everything to where it's needed. no, that's not working. Yeah. I can see what's needed here. And no, that's not the right way, at least not right now. Let's see what's the other way. Ah, time cube. Just what we need. Oh yes, we can also get that panel, as we're likely to have need of it. Right, get everything in place and then do a bit of back and forth to get to the exit. How much more sickening can this get? What else will the Aethernaut find out? Find out next time on Aethernaut.